Warning: the following views that are expressed on the Dr. Quack house calls that are expressed by the guests are not necessarily the views of this show. Strong language, partial nudity, violence may occur. Viewer discretion is advised.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the House Calls. I'm Dr. Quack, and today we are getting ready to talk about King and Queen of the Ring, the big show coming up here Saturday. But before we do that, let me bring on the man himself, ladies and gentlemen, A-List Alverson.
Dr. Quack, it is always fun to join you at these times. I feel like I discuss wrestling with you more than I actually watch it.
That could be likewise here. I'm telling you, I don't get to see the stuff during the week except for clips, but hey, it works.
Indeed, indeed. I still don't know why you go out of your way to disclaim violence and nudity. There's never going to be any of that for me on this show. Let me just put that out there. Safety zone for all you viewers.
Well, that's good to know, but you never know. Anything can happen here on the House Calls.
Anywho, we got some business to discuss today, don't we?
Oh, we do. Let's get into it. Let's go over the King and the Queen first. We're going to start with the King here, the King of the Ring, where we just found out last night Gunther is moving on, beating Jey Uso, and he's going to meet the winner of Tama Tonga and Randy Orton. How do you see this going? First off, because that's going to happen on SmackDown, how do you see that match going?
Well, I will forecast that there's going to be some sort of conspiratory screw in regards to Randy Orton, and Tama Tonga will be in the King of the Ring finals to take on Gunther.
Wow. That could happen. I mean, I think the safer bet, this is what I'm thinking. I'm thinking Randy Orton is going to go on because Gunther's finally getting his push.
And I think Gunther very well. Yes.
Yeah, they want to put him up there in the top, and it's always nice when you can beat a legend killer.
It seems to be that Randy Orton has always been the stepping stone for the guy they want to do. Remember, a couple of years back, they did that with Keith Lee before that fell off the rails. He got the rub and win over Randy Orton. Now, but I think at this point, Gunther is a made man. He just had the longest Intercontinental Championship title run to date. While they don't want to have the steam roll off of him, I do think that having beat Jey Uso, he will be the King of the Ring, unless we get some kind of schmozzery where Ilya actually gets involved and we start building that, because everybody that's been a wrestling fan for more than a year wants to see Ilya Gunther number 3.
Oh, my God. Yeah, their matches in the NXT UK were legendary. I can't wait to see when that goes down. But I don't know. I'm feeling Gunther on this. I feel like they're going to give him that big push, and then they might set up that feud. That could happen. Tell us what you think in the comments, by the way, folks. If you feel like doing that, go right ahead.
I absolutely am with you on that. I am a supporter of Gunther, the work that he does, the presence that he represents. And for the King of the Ring to be crowned in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, Gunther's the guy. I mean, if let's say my prediction rings true and Tama Tonga is in the finals, you can't make him a bigger deal than Solo, and doing that might upset the rankings, as it were.
Definitely, I agree. That's what's going to make it interesting to see what happens. I'm still going with Randy, but here, let's get into this part. Let's get in the other half, the Queen of the Ring now. We've got Lyra Valkyria. She's kind of new to this, isn't she?
Oh, Valkyrie's gonna go in there.
Valkyrie. Excuse me. I can't pronounce words today.
I think the other side of the bracket is where I'm pointing just automatically. Bigger name power, Nia Jax, Bianca Belair. I believe that Bianca being a tag team champion kind of puts her in a disadvantage moving forward. Nia Jax had that run against Rhea Ripley a couple months back, and I think she needs to get propped up a little harder. Making her queen of the ring would be the vehicle that she needs to get the wheels back in motion. My belief.
Do you think Nia Jax is like improved since the My Whole incident?
I think that, pandemic era wrestling just doesn't count. I mean, really though, look at all the media that was produced between 2020 and the end of 2021. Nobody's going to remember that. That's going to be one of those meme-ified, look back and see how the world was when nobody could get within 6 feet of each other types of deals. So people are going to, on the epic career of Nia Jax. And yes, she has done a lot better for herself in the weeks and months since she's returned. When did she come back anyway? It's been quite a while now, hasn't it?
It's been about 6 months, something like that.
Yeah. I mean, she got her weight back under control, and she's been looking good in the ring. So I think that the right things will happen for her. Right now, there's a hole in the roster that needs to be filled by that monster woman.
Yeah, I mean, I think Nia Jax might get her push here finally. I mean, they want to put her up there. I mean, what'd you say her name was? Valkyrie?
Yeah, Tyra Valkyrie. You know what?
Right, that's how I'm feeling about this. I'm like, why are you even in the finals on this match? Could we put Jade in there or somebody else, with a name that's not straight from NXT that only like 5 people know?
Well, more than 5 people know, but this is Saudi Arabia and it's women. So this is like bottom of the totem pole, digging the foundation importance level here. They barely allow women to even wrestle in Saudi Arabia. That was a groundbreaking thing that the WWE did.
They're barely healthy because most of them have been getting injured throughout this tournament. We've got replacements left and right on this.
Not only that, but again, we're talking about women's wrestling in a country that doesn't believe women are people. They got to go out there dressed wrist to ankles, and I'm surprised they even let them show their hair.
This is true, yeah. Well, okay, let's move on here because this one, we got a good match. We got the Intercontinental title. This is actually a match I'm looking forward to. Sami Zayn, Chad Gable, Bronson Reed.
The fact that Sami Zayn is going into this match, the Intercontinental Champion, is the most surprising thing for me. Now, Chad Gable has been chasing that belt for the longest, but can you really let Sami Zayn, the man that's got the big Saudi Arabian pop because they finally got on good terms with Syria, can you really let him get beat in that country? If this was any other matchup, I would say it's Gable's turn to finally get it. But for Sami Zayn to lose in Saudi Arabia, the boys might not make it back countryside safe if that happens.
Yeah, but okay, Chad Gable, has he been waiting long enough for this push? Like he was supposed to fight Gunther at WrestleMania. They plopped him out of that. They pop him out of this again. What is this? Like the long road to the next WrestleMania for him or what?
Well, it worked for Cody last year, didn't it? I mean, they put him on the back burner and they kept pressing him into the front and then bringing him back again. Now, I agree. Chad Gable has paid his dues as far as getting the championship run, but I don't think the cards are out in the right order on this particular night.
Jesus, it's just crazy to me to see this. I mean, I really want to see Chad Gable win the belt, but I think you're right. I think I'm going to have to go with Sami Zayn because, this is all just going to be a bad political stunt if he loses the title over there. Don't people get pissed.
And you don't want those people pissed.
No. No. Yeah, Bronson Reed, I think, is taking the pinfall here. I really do. He's just the youngest guy. I think is coming of paying the dues.
I think I would agree with you on that respect. Now they gotta kind of keep Gable strong because he's still got to be in the running. That he's on that Intercontinental treadmill, and Bronson Reed's got to be there to take the fall so that both of these guys can come together once again at a more appropriate time.
Yeah, I think this might even be the match of the night. I'm really excited about this one. But I will tell you the next match I am not really excited about, and I am talking about the women's title match. I am talking about Becky Lynch against Liv Morgan. Liv Morgan, to me, botches everything, especially when she's in title matches, either if she has the title or she's going for it. It's not going to look pretty, in my opinion.
Yeah, Liv Morgan doesn't ever strike me as anything extraordinary. She's a good-looking girl. She does know how to work her way around a ring, but to put her in a title match with Becky Lynch in the situation that we've come into, I don't see the man losing this one.
It just doesn't make sense. I mean, they've all brought up that her contract's getting ready to expire. Didn't we just hear this on AEW as well with somebody else's contract getting ready to expire for All In? Yeah. I mean, is this like the storyline show here? Like, exactly. Come on, man. Don't try to make me believe that Liv Morgan is going to be your champion.
Get the internet in a huff so that people that know how this works start thinking, well, maybe this ain't going to be the way it works. And that's something that Triple H is very good at. He works the internet smart crowd better than any promoter in history, because promoters in history didn't have to do that.
Right. I mean, you got to make us believe a little bit, got to give us that inkling, but I don't have any inkling on this. I'm like, Becky Lynch is going to keep this title until Rhea Ripley comes back, and then we might have that battle.
Very true, and I agree wholeheartedly.
All right. Well, we got one more match here. We've got Cody Rhodes taking on Logan Paul over there.
Funny how they made this title for title, and then they went back and reneged the next week because we can't just book ourselves into a corner like that. Now, of course, you're going to expect a very highly competitive, athletic matchup with lots of false finishes, and I anticipate that moment where I believe that Logan Paul might be able to pull it off, regardless of my intellectual account and saying I know that Cody Rhodes is coming in and out of Saudi Arabia, the world champion. But I must say, WWE has a track record of doing stupid things in Saudi Arabia when the title is involved. And for that, I'm a little concerned.
But I mean, what about Prime? Doesn't Prime matter in this? I mean, it's all over the place in the arenas, and Logan Paul, doesn't he own that or have his hand in that or something?
Yes, all of that is accurate, but I think they're still going to be drawing Prime bottles on the ring mat, whether or not Logan Paul is the champion. And yes, he just signed a new contract, and he's a full-time guy now, and that means nothing materially, because you had Cody Rhodes chasing his championship for 30 months, and you're going to let him hold it for 2? Oh, come on. That's bad business no matter how you slice it.
But, you talk new contracts. Remember when the Hardys came back, they signed their new contracts? They were tag team champions.
Yes.
Remember Daniel Bryan when he was world champion? He won the title, and how long did he hold it? Not very long.
Okay, but even
see, there's things that could happen here. I'm going with Cody Rhodes, though.
There are things that could happen, and like I said, I am scared of what WWE likes to do with the belt in Saudi Arabia. The Fiend.
Yeah, that we shouldn't talk about that, probably.
Cut it off, delete that from the rebroadcast. We're going to move on.
Oh, God. Yeah, I'm with you, though. I'm going to take Cody on this. There's just no reason for him not to hold it at least till SummerSlam. I think he holds it all the way to Survivor Series or when Roman Reigns comes back, whichever one's first. Which everybody's saying.
I am looking forward to a very good, spectacular matchup. Both of these guys have got the physical tools to give an outstanding performance to a pay-per-view audience. I know they don't use that term anymore.
But PLE.
The PLE audience, a nice Saturday afternoon in America audience. And I am looking forward to this matchup, and I will enjoy it, regardless of the fact that I know absolutely who has to win. And that's part of the joy of being a professional wrestling fan, is that even if I know beyond a shadow of the doubt Cody Rhodes has to be the winner of this match, I am looking forward to seeing how they get to that final.
Okay, now we're coming to the final part of this show. Do you got any predictions on this show? Anything you think could happen that's not already talked about?
Any kind of silliness that might be going on here?
Yes.
I think, you know what? I think we're going to have some kind of a bloodline reveal. I think that there will be some sort of shenanigans that will progress that story, because it's kind of stagnated. We're not going in a very quick direction here. Maybe we'll have a talk show segment with Waller in Theory or something like that. There's going to be some kind of interruption because we've only got 5 matches here. They ain't everybody going 30 minutes, right?
Right. I don't think so. This isn't ECW back in '98. I think you're going to see an appearance from R-Truth. Just somewhere out of there, I see some skit with him because that makes sense to me. You got to have some sort of comedy levity in all these matches, and not the matches themselves, hopefully.
Indeed, indubitably. Yes, sir.
Well, there we go, folks. Thank you, A-List, for coming on here. Make sure you tune in Saturday here for King and Queen of the Ring. I still have trouble saying it. Can we just say King of the Ring? I mean, King and Queen of the Ring. It's just too much extra there.
All right, listen, if you want to stop saying Queen of the Ring, I'm sure that somebody's going to take issue with that. You'll get lots of comments and engagement about it, which will make your numbers explode like you enjoy, and you'll be talking to me about it in the DMs going, hey, look, a million people are pissed off at me. Like, that's a good thing.
Like, it's normal, it's okay. But thank you for tuning in. Thank you, A-List. I'm Dr. Quack. We'll see you next time.
Thanks again.